As we all know, profound shifts are occurring in the customer landscape, driven by changing behaviors, new technologies, and new channels that have fundamentally altered the way people interact with each other and their service providers. Now, this, combined with increased regulation and heightened competition, obtaining value from data more quickly has become increasingly difficult. For more than 20 years, Amazon's philosophy of customer obsession has resulted in the creation of an e-commerce platform that puts the customer at the center of each interaction. Most of these customer interactions are data-driven, and hence how we store, analyze, and consume data becomes a central theme in how we build a marketing analytics platform. My name is Rohit Dhawan, and I'm a professional services transformation consultant here at Amazon Web Services, specializing in customer and marketing analytics. And I'm so glad to have you joining us here today for the 2021 AWS Global Summit Online program. Data-driven marketing is more complex than ever, especially because to be effective in this space, you need a capability that can operate at scale and with speed. Using latest AWS services like Amazon Personalised and Amazon Pinpoint, it is now possible to bring the same customer interaction philosophy that Amazon uses to your customers for meaningful and targeted marketing interactions. This particular session, How to Build a Marketing Analytics Platform on AWS, is intended as an introduction to how you can use AWS to build and scale your own marketing analytics capabilities effectively. I will start this presentation by talking about how data-driven marketing is critical to elevating and leveraging your customers' experiences to improve retention and growth. Successful customer marketing relies on creating an intimate understanding of your audience, effectively engaging with them, and maintaining a customer advocacy program. I then present an example of how to build a customer journey and identify specific touch points that can be optimized and leveraged for meaningful interactions that are delivered using data and analytics. Finally, we see how, using a combination of AWS services, we can start combining a variety of data to change the way we serve, sell, and communicate with our customers and prospects by using highly granular and personalized insights integrated with advanced operational capabilities. Most B2C organizations are looking to address three key questions when it comes to marketing and customer engagement. The first question is how to increase market share, which is the percentage of total sales in an industry generated by a particular company. Hence, to increase your market share, you need to make more sales than your competitors to increase your share in that industry. This can be achieved by either acquiring new customers or by converting prospects. The second question is around customer experience. Personalized, tailored, and optimized interactions with your customers mean that you are delivering the best experience possible. A good example is to think about customer moments that matter, such as when the customer is signing up for a new product or service. The third issue is how to optimize market spend, which is often constrained by budget. Currently, marketing teams that we are engaged with are struggling to find mechanisms that can measure the effect of marketing campaigns on customer and business outcomes. Now, the reason why this is challenging is because it is tricky to combine data from various sources that can help us track what we spent and how effective it was for customers. Overlapping campaigns, multiple channels, and other external variables make it further complicated to derive attribution. So let's have a look at how we can address each of these three issues using a method that puts the customer at the center of everything. Customers now have access to an increasingly diverse range of service providers and are in greater control of relationships and how they choose to interact with their service providers. The traditional attribution of value to push-sell communications such as TV, print, direct marketing, e-marketing, compared to the emerging pull-buy approach, for example, social media, blogs, online and mobile content, is blurring. Now, one of the biggest and most fundamental mistakes that we make is to not start with the customer. Our marketing initiatives often start with the business outcomes we are targeting, or the intent of the marketing campaign or the offer. Hence, it starts with understanding what's important to our customers, not what's important to us. If we can engage with our customers through an interactive two-way dialogue, we are able to better establish trust with them with superior service. If we can help them make educated choices about our products and go that extra mile to deliver a fantastic customer experience, we will be able to win them over at the back of a highly differentiated service experience. Now, let's have a look at a typical customer journey for a financial services institution. Now, customer journey mapping is a great way to identify business capabilities and associated analytics use cases. What you see here is a customer journey for an investment portfolio management product offered by a financial institution, let's say a bank. Now, there are 5 stages to a customer's journey in how they interact with the bank: discovery, onboarding, growth, maturity, and decline. Some phases of the customer journey are merely fleeting moments. Others can continue for days or maybe even weeks, but they are all as relevant as each other, and it's difficult to get past any one of them and straight to the next. Once we are able to map out these steps, we can then identify the business capabilities we need to optimize each node of the journey. These business capabilities are generally a combination of multiple enablers, such as channels, processes, interactions, data, analytics, and technology. We also now have the ability to think about associated success measures for each node in a way that we can explicitly measure both customer experience and realization of benefits for the bank. For example, one of the key capabilities needed during the discovery phase is to ascertain the investment needs of the customer based on their estimated value to the bank. This means that according to the risk and investment profile of this customer, we need to engage them with the most relevant investment content and link them to the most suited relationship manager. Most business capabilities that optimize customer experience and marketing have underlying elements of data and analytics. Let's have a look at some of the analytical use cases that can be deployed to support this overall experience. There are 2 groups of analytical use cases that drive customer and marketing optimization. On the top half, you see use cases that are related to below-the-line marketing. Below-the-line marketing refers to messages that are delivered to a customer which are existing customers. The definition of the target set depends on the purpose of the campaign and the channel being used to deliver the message. For example, a bank may target customers who hold a specific product with the intent of selling them a new product. This segment or group can be identified based on various factors, including their spend patterns, their channel interactions, their demographics, such as age, gender, and location. On the contrary, digital and traditional advertising include messages that are broadcast to prospective customers without sophisticated modeling, but with simple profiling based on demographics and interests. These messages go out to prospects via traditional media, such as TV ads, radio, newspaper, magazines, and out-of-home billboards, or now via digital media that includes targeted internet and social media ads. So, data analytics, what role does it play here? It offers a wide range of use cases that operate on creating an intimate understanding of the customer persona and their behavior. Now, these can range from micro-segmentation to understand the needs of specific investor groups and then developing personalized recommendations for selling them asset classes, to fully automated operational systems with automated decisions regarding customized home loan offers based on a customer's risk profile. So you can see the level of sophistication that we're talking about. Now, let's have a look at how we can apply these use cases to a more granular customer journey. The following is an example of the discovery and onboarding paths of the customer journey for a wealth product. In this specific journey, our customer is initially a prospect that is referred to a relationship manager in the bank by his friend. As the relationship manager engages with the prospect, they have a range of analytical tools to support how they profile this customer and converse with them in a way that is most meaningful to the prospect's needs. Now, one of the supporting use cases in this regard is next best action, which is based on using machine learning to identify the most relevant next interaction based on known customer data or attributes. Once the prospect signs up for the investment service, more data can be collected as they become a customer and start interacting with the bank. This data then feeds other analytical models, such as dynamic propensity modeling, which can inform the marketing initiatives as to what products to offer the customer that will be the most valuable to them based on their existing investment portfolio, their risk profile, and their interactions with the bank. Now, there is also a variety of third-party or external data that can further enhance our understanding of the customer based on certain generalizations derived from marketing information. We have now considered a customer journey and also how data and analytics can be used to optimize marketing interactions for that journey. Let's now have a look at how we can create an end-to-end capability that brings together all of these elements: data, analytical models, offers, channels, and processes to deliver these interactions seamlessly to the customer. The marketing analytics platform is a composite of 5 layers. From left to right, these represent the flow of data and how data is converted into insight and then to action. The first step in building this platform is to think about all the relevant data sources that represent the customer, their behavior, and their interactions with the bank. Typical data sources include CRM data, social media data, campaign data, channel data, and external data. Once this data is ingested into a data lake, the next step is to build a 360-degree view of the customer, which is referred to here as a customer analytical record. The customer analytical record is a pseudo-representation of a customer's personality that includes their likes, dislikes, needs, and preferences. This can be a model that can be then used as a baseline for developing other sophisticated models, such as propensity, churn, and segmentation. The purpose of these more sophisticated analytical models is to identify the most suitable interaction or offer for the customer, and this can take multiple forms, including a service request, a question, a survey, or an actual marketing offer. The interaction is made via the most preferred channel, considering the right timing, thus completing the holy grail of marketing, which is to get the right offer at the right time to the right person. Now, the choice of interaction and model depends on the context, which is related to the customer journey stage, as we discussed previously. One of the key success factors in building such a capability is the presence of feedback loops. That is, to record the customer's response to the interaction and adjust accordingly. Since the customer analytical record is the bane of all analytical modeling, I would like to walk you through its structure in a bit more detail. Ultimately, we want to know as much about our customers as possible. That's why we collect and use as much data as possible to decipher their personality. The customer analytical record is a combination of broadly 3 types of derived data patterns. Number 1 is conversational insight. This is the most factual information we have about the customer, such as where they live, how old they are, and how much they earn, and what products they hold with us. The second category is observational insight, which is data about a customer collected over a period of time based on how they interact with us, including frequency of interaction, type of interaction, preferred channels, and interpretations based on research conducted in the time we have known this customer. And the final and third category is inferential insight, which uses advanced algorithms to create an interpretation of a customer's personality. This can include derived insights based on their buying patterns, their affinity towards specific products, brands, or services, and their relationships to other customers. Now, there are several other ways to collect this data and build on it. It is a combination of what the customer is explicitly and inexplicitly telling us, and what we are asking them. The customer analytical record is a data set that evolves over time and becomes increasingly effective as it learns from past interactions. Let's have a look at an actual implementation of a customer analytical record. The customer analytical record that you see here has been developed for a financial services client as a first MVP version that was based on customer data that we had available. This is a dashboard view of the customer that has been created using the Amazon QuickSight tool. Now, as you can see on the top left-hand corner, the user has the ability to select the customer ID and obtain all data points with respect to this customer, including their product portfolio, transaction history, spending behavior by merchant, channel interactions, and transaction behavior. The customer analytical record has a backend data asset, can be much more complex in its design, such as it will be used as an input for a variety of machine learning models. Hence, the data set solves two purposes. One, it can be used as a tool for an analyst to understand a specific customer's profile. And two, it is used as an enterprise data asset that serves as an input to a range of other most advanced customer models. Let's now consider some example use cases that can be deployed on our marketing analytics platform. One of the main reasons we want to build an integrated marketing analytics platform is to bring together disparate use cases. In this example, there are three use cases. One, for understanding performance of digital marketing, also called performance marketing. Performance marketing refers to online marketing and advertising where service providers get a reward when important business goals are met. This way, marketing is tied to specific business conversions and overall business performance. The second use case shown is Twitter brand analysis. The ability to process data generated on social media, such as Twitter, has become important to deep dive into brand perception. This is an AI-driven solution that enables us to gain insights into our customers' conversations and deepen brand awareness by analyzing social media interactions. The third use case is social media monitoring, where we keep an eye on our brand's mentions online and respond to any engagement around it. It's an immediately reactive strategy and applies to all kinds of talk about your brand, reviews, product questions, and even service repair complaints. Now, although these are disparate use cases, they have some common threads. One, they use overlapping data as input. Two, they leverage common data models. And three, if combined, they have the ability for us to develop new use cases based on these commonalities. These overlaps mean that it will make sense for us to deploy these use cases using common frameworks so that we can save rework and also scale the platform horizontally. Let's have a look at some common use case examples where we have these overlaps. There is no dearth of use cases that can be deployed on our marketing analytics platform. Previously, we saw examples of below-the-line targeted marketing for existing customers. Here are some examples of digital advertising use cases for targeting prospective customers. Use cases such as programmatic ads, ad inventory forecasting, cross-media campaign performance management are all related to each other with respect to the data that they use, the customers they target, and the insights that are produced, thus justifying the case for deploying these together in an integrated environment. For deploying these use cases in the marketing analytics platform, we have a number of AWS services at our disposal. Most marketing use cases follow the standard data lifecycle, where data is ingested from source applications into a data lake, transformed using a variety of analytics and machine learning models to generate insights and recommendations that are then embedded in customer-facing processes such as marketing campaigns and digital interactions. For instance, Amazon Kinesis allows us to collect, process, and analyze real-time streaming data so we can provide targeted recommendations or customer interventions with very low latency. For some of the heavy lifting data ingestion, AWS Data Pipeline provides a cloud-based data workflow service that helps us process and move data between different AWS services and on-prem data sources. Amazon Elastic MapReduce, or better known as EMR, can be used to run big data frameworks at scale, especially when thousands of customer interactions are involved. Amazon SageMaker is a cloud-based machine learning platform that can be used to build propensity models, segmentation models, forecasting models, and recommendation models. Amazon Neptune is a purpose-built graph database to store connected data patterns, which can then be used to build a customer 360-degree view by capturing data from a customer journey in near real time. Amazon Personalised enables developers to build applications with the same machine learning technology used by Amazon.com for real-time personalized recommendations with no ML expertise required. Amazon QuickSight is a scalable, serverless, embeddable machine learning-powered business intelligence service built for the cloud. And finally, Amazon Pinpoint is a flexible and scalable outbound and inbound marketing communications service. Let's have a closer look at Amazon Pinpoint, since it is the AWS service that is closest to customer and marketing engagement. Using Amazon Pinpoint, we can connect with customers over channels like email, SMS, push, or voice. Amazon Pinpoint is easy to set up, easy to use, and is flexible for all marketing communication scenarios. It allows us to segment our campaign audience for the right customer and personalize messages with the right content. The delivery and campaign metrics in Amazon Pinpoint measure the success of the communications. We can also design multi-step journeys for a complete customer experience with custom channels, SMS, email, or push notifications. Amazon has relationships with top email providers, telecoms, and spam advisories to ensure the highest customer delivery rates. Finally, Amazon Pinpoint integrates with a variety of other AWS services that are needed to provide additional capabilities for building our marketing analytics platform. As we build new use cases, the marketing analytics platform evolves and becomes more complex. Let's see an example. The architecture shown here depicts an example of a typical marketing analytics capability built on AWS. This particular example is a composite of the 3 or 4 use cases we went through earlier, including Twitter brand analysis, social media monitoring, and marketing performance attribution. The architecture here represents the flow of data and derivation of insights that are then consumed by respective processes. One of the key considerations for such a capability is scaling of infrastructure. Hence, this platform uses serverless computing, where infrastructure management tasks like capacity provisioning and patching are handled by AWS, so you can focus on only writing code that serves your customers. An example of a serverless service is AWS Lambda, which is an event-driven compute service that enables you to run code in response to events from over 150 natively integrated AWS and SaaS sources, all without managing any servers. Amazon SageMaker is used for all analytical and ML modeling, while Athena and QuickSight are used for insight generation and consumption. As no two organizations are the same, there is no standard template for a marketing analytics platform. Each one will look different based on context, complexity, and use cases. However, to build a platform that is effective, efficient, and results in desired business outcomes, there are a number of considerations that must be taken into account. Out of the key considerations in building a marketing analytics platform, the top one, in our experience, is to build the platform incrementally, one use case at a time. Often, a significant amount of investment is made in collecting, storing, and integrating data, but not spending enough time on value realization by deploying end-to-end use cases. This pitfall can be avoided by developing MVPs, or minimum viable products, for our use cases, and using the platform to experiment with how customers react to our marketing offers. The implication of this approach is that we can then scale the platform horizontally instead of vertically to ensure that business benefits are being realized while we spend more time and investment in sourcing and integration of data. Modern marketing and campaign applications can be built serverless first, a strategy that prioritizes the adoption of serverless services so we can increase agility throughout our application stack. And lastly, the data assets built during the modeling process can be exposed for ad hoc analysis to answer other questions from marketing and product managers. The development of the marketing analytics platform follows AWS approach to data lakes, which is comprised of 3 layers of how data is treated. These layers are 1, run, which includes the AWS services to ingest, transform, and store the data. Second is manage, tools to manage and govern the data lake so it does not become what is referred to these days as a data swamp. And the third layer is use, which is processing data using a variety of modeling and analytical techniques. If you are interested in doing a deeper dive into this topic to see where AWS can help you with your data-driven marketing initiatives, please get in touch with your AWS account manager. And if you are new to AWS in general, a great place to start is exploring the AWS platform with a range of learning and certification resources that are available to you. To gain more confidence and hands-on experience with AWS, access the digital training built by AWS data and analytics experts. Attend our instructor-led classes by qualified AWS instructors and learn how to design, deploy, and scale your marketing analytics use cases on AWS. Validate your technical expertise with AWS and use practice exams to help you prepare for AWS certifications, such as AWS Certified Data Analytics Specialty and also AWS Certified Machine Learning Specialty. This brings me to the end of this session. Thank you for listening to our perspectives on how to create a marketing analytics platform using AWS. Thank you again for attending, and we really appreciate your feedback so that we can better understand the topics and services you would like to know more about. So please do take the time to fill out our survey and tell us what you think.